Hello, welcome back to my channel because I know that most of the people who are going to end up watching this are probably going to be my subscribers. Whenever I do like a random video, the subscribers watch, but then when I do like a show video, then like strangers watch. Strangers! But welcome to my channel if you have stumbled upon this video and you are interested in my opinion in this subject. But I just had to speak on this. It's just kind of like the cuties thing where I'm like, let me chime in. I just want to chime in. This Olivia Jade thing. Now, I have the perspective as a young Black female, taking out huge loans to go to grad school. Let me clear that air up. So let me clear my own bias that you might perceive that I have anyway. And I want to talk about not only Olivia Jade and what her parents did, but I also want to talk about the conversation that Jada Pinkett's mother brought when she was on the table. Now, this has been really interesting to me because she just laid it out there. So if you have seen this clip going around social media, Jada Pinkett's mother on the Red Table Talk, it's hosted by Jada Pinkett, her mother, and her daughter, Willow. Jada Pinkett's mother, I'm sorry, I don't know her name. I should have looked at it before I started filming, but I'm filming now. Here we are. She's basically sitting there like, we shouldn't have her on our platform. Like, we shouldn't give her our energy, our sympathy, our explanations, our pity, our understanding. She's like, we shouldn't be giving her the time of day. She did what she did. Her parents did what she did. And without even coming out an apology, like going on an apology tour and apologizing, any of this stuff, they can go on and they'll be fine. And I don't care. I mean, her parents are doing like, I think her mom's doing like a month and her dad's doing like 2 months. It's like crazy. Like for that level of a felony, for that level of a felony, they're doing like weeks to months in jail. Whereas other people would have gotten years of their life taken. Okay? Years of their life taken. So when we're sitting here talking about this situation, yeah, everybody's getting punished, but it's like, And then Olivia Jade sits there and goes, I'm 21. I feel like I should not have to live with this hanging over my head. Like, I want to put it on the table and then I want to move on. You just want to move on. You just want to move on. A lot of us want to move on. A lot of us just want to move on. A lot of people who had to take out tens of thousands of dollars in loans, they want to move on from those loans, but they have it shackled to them for decades sometimes. Like, yeah, we all want to move on, girl. We all want to move on. We all want a clean slate. Like, and when they're talking about loan forgiveness, people on the other side of the aisle are fighting tooth and nail to block loan forgiveness. Okay? They're fighting tooth and nail like, oh no, girl, you're going to pay back them banks. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But then that's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about Olivia Jade. So should they have given her the time of day on the Red Table Talk? And that is what Gam is saying. What is her name? Gam? Grandma? I don't know what they call her. Girl, I should have looked it up. I know. But I was like watching Agent Expression had a live yesterday. And he was like, sometimes in our community, trying to turn the other cheek and be the bigger person, we turn into doormats. And I was like, I mean, that's a perspective. And then I just got done watching the Deaf Noodles video. And he was like, Dennis was like, he, of course, handled everything with sarcasm. He really just does not believe her. Like, there's people that just don't believe her, that she didn't know what was going on. He was like, well, you were mad at media outlets a year ago and you were flipping the bird and you were posing for these pictures. And he's like, kind of like not here for it. He's like, no, girl, I don't believe you. And he handled it with all his jokes and his sarcasm, as Deaf Noodles does. And I thought that his video was interesting. Do I believe that she didn't know what was going on? Yeah, listen, okay. Do I believe that she should have been on the Red Table Talk? That's up to Jada. And I feel like, could it have been used? I feel like when we're having this conversation, it's like, okay, so you're going to bring her on. So let's bring on, when we have this scandalous person who's going to bring a lot of eyes to our platform, let's the following week, in response to the amount of eyes that we're getting, why don't we bring on someone that we can sit together, like me, Jada Pinkett, my mom, my daughter, we can sit together and go, okay, who should we shine a light on that does deserve our platform, does deserve the shine, does deserve a shout out, a hand up, the exposure. Since we have all this exposure, now that we've had the scandalous girl on, we've already done it. They've already done it. So now to me, it's like, next step. What are we going to do next? I'm not going to argue whether they should have done it or not. I mean, to me, okay. And I think that I think it was worth talking to her. And I think it was worth talking to her to hear her mindset. And you're saying, like, don't give her a platform, but it's like, how are we going to hear her mindset and actually, like, get why she went along with this if we don't talk to her and get into it and ask her those questions? So I feel like it was worth it. I feel like it was worth it to really get into what was going through your head when you were participating in this, and what did you know and what didn't you know. And then when she sits there and says, what did she know and what didn't she know? When you look at her eye to eye, then you can see, do I believe that she didn't know, or do I not believe that she didn't know? I believe that she didn't know I believe that she didn't know. I believe that it's hard for me to, like, argue. It's hard for me to argue because she was like, this whole thing was normal to me. She said even after they got called out and were, like, getting in trouble and getting charged, she was like, I don't understand what the big deal is. Everyone does this. Everyone's parents donate to the school. Everyone does that. From her little circle, that's what she was saying. So she didn't even get why it was wrong when they first got called out. She didn't even get or understand why it was wrong. Because she said, I grew up in such a privileged level, I didn't know that people were having, it wasn't registering to me that people were having such a hard time going to college, blah, blah, blah. And so I didn't think about that fully when I was thinking about my actions. It's like, and then Deaf Noodles brings up the point. He's like, okay, but we're in a functioning society where you should be, it's on the news all the time. And the grandma said, it's on the news. You should be keeping up with it. When he said functioning society, I thought he said fuck shit society for a second. I thought that was funny. I was like, wait, what? And then I was like, oh, that was me mishearing it. Anyway, but which one is true? Anyway, yeah. Do I believe that she didn't know? I believe that she thought it was in the realm of just like her friends or whoever she knows, their parents make donations, and she probably thought it wasn't that big of a deal. I believe that she didn't think that it was the felony level shit that was going on. I believe that she didn't, like, get the level of what was going on. And I don't know, like, she was in a rowing machine, you know. And here's the other thing I want to mention. I wish I could go tell you to watch it, but I was literally reading my notes on the TV show The Con. Now, we all saw this story unfold like a year ago or so, and we, like, watched different news outlets or whatever covering it a year ago. But The Con just made an episode on this, episode 3. It was a series where they just talked about people who were con artists and frauds, if you haven't seen it. If you haven't watched my video on it. I did a video on it. And they were lying to the kids, okay? There is documented evidence from the FBI, not PR spin, not nothing. It's real evidence of people on the phone either being recorded or sending communications to this, what is his name? His name is Rick Singer. Rick Singer, people were asking Rick Singer, how can we hide this from our son or daughter? So there was an element of the parents were lying to the kids. And that's just where I want to leave off, because I wish I could tell you to go watch it. The first episode of The Con is on Hulu, but it's not the episode I'm talking about. It's episode 3. I don't know what's going on with the show. They stopped airing it. It's not on Hulu. I have no idea what's going on with it. But I wish I could tell you to go watch it for yourself. There is evidence of the parents lying to the kids and not telling the kids everything that's going on. So I do believe her when she says that she didn't get or she didn't know what was going on. I do believe that. I do believe that she didn't fully know everything because there was neutral evidence not saying that she was like they were basically lying to their fucking kids and undermining their kids' trust in them. And that's, I don't know. That's it. That's my whole opinion on it. I just had to talk about that one because I was just like, this is crazy. It is crazy, and I get that, like, why Jada Pinkett's mom was like, cut the cameras. I don't want her on the show. I get why she said that, but at the same time, no. I really think she didn't know really what was going on, honestly. Honest to God. And that's it. So if you're new to my channel, hit subscribe and definitely comment and let me know if you're here this far into the video. Let me know. Comment down below. I really want to know everyone's opinions. And thank you for watching.